Today I have a question for you. Are you and I being brainwashed? Now, that's a pretty heavy question. What is brainwashing? Well, it is somebody getting us to think thoughts that they want us to think because they want to own us. Well, I want to start with this presentation talking about the largest religion in the world. The largest by far. It's not Christianity. It's not Judaism. It's not Islam. It's much bigger than that. In fact, it probably incorporates just about all of them. It's not Buddhism. It's not Hinduism. It's not even atheism or secular humanism. It's not agnosticism. It's not Scientology. It's not the Mormon faith. It's none of those. But yet all of them are part and parcel of this religion. This religion was only started in around 1910. And from 1910 until now, 106, 107 years later, it's become the largest religion in the world. However, most people don't even know they're part of it. Did you know that almost every home in America supports this religion? This religion has become the #1 religion in the United States by design. It was created to become the #1 religion in the United States. You're force-fed this religion every day. You don't even know it. In fact, when I expose it to you, you're going to say, wow, I didn't even realize that. It doesn't matter how strong your faith is, whether you believe in Buddha or whether you believe in the Hindu gods or whether you believe in Jesus Christ or whether you believe in Mohammed. It doesn't make any difference. It doesn't matter. This religion controls the media in the United States. Now, how do you control the media? Well, it's simple. You buy it. You own it. And then you control it. How many corporations own the media in the United States, the major media? 6. Just 6. That's all. This religion controls the government. Well, how do you control a government? With money. With money, you control them. You buy them. You buy the people that you want to control. And our government, our senators, our congressmen, they're made up of people. They're all people. Now, do they have a price? Here's the question. What does it cost to buy someone? Well, everybody's price is different. I knew a guy that for $30 million, George Soros convinced him to promote a false teaching about global warming for the money. It was all about carbon taxes. It was all about making money. I mean, I went to school with the guy, Al Gore, went to St. Albans with me. I went to school with a lot of people at St. Albans that have been bought and sold and moved and promoted. Donnie Graham and I were classmates all through school. And Donnie belonged to the Bilderberg group for a season. I don't know if he still does or not. But, when you're around that all your life, you don't see it because you're right in the middle of it. So how are you being brainwashed? Well, this religion is so slick that people don't even realize it's a religion. What's the definition of religion? Well, religion is a particular system of faith, but the one that really gets me is religion gives permission to another entity to have authority over oneself. This entity can be a higher power or an authoritarian figure. Many religious people follow their pastors or their priests or their rabbi or their imam or their bishop or their deacon or some friar or some people in authority in their religion, correct? Well, that's what religious people do. Humans naturally want to belong to something, and they want to be led. That's human nature. The largest religion in America, what do you think it is? I'm going to give it to you in one word. The word is sorcery. Well, you say, that's not true. Well, what is sorcery? Where did the word sorcery come from? What's the foundational meaning of the word sorcery? Well, I'm going to give it to you. In the Greek, it's the word pharmakia. It's the practice of alchemy. It's mixing potions and lotions and motions. Alchemy is the medieval forerunner of chemistry, and it's based on concoctions, drugs that overpower the human body. So how is this that sorcery has become the #1 religion in the United States? Well, it's simple. It's simple. The priests of sorcery wear official smocks, and they go around under an authority. And when you find yourself to be diseased, you run to them to be fixed. Well, there was a fellow back in the Old Covenant, King Asa, and he had a problem with his feet. And probably what it would be today would be something like he had bad circulation. But whatever it was, he didn't go to the healer. He ran to the physician. And finally the physicians couldn't help him. Then he ran to the healer. Who is the healer? Well, somebody created us. And if he created us, you think he knows how we're put together? He probably does. And the book says that there's everything in the earth to fix what he created. It says, from the dust of the earth came us. Well, everything that fixes us is in the earth. We don't need some lotions and potions and stuff, concoctions, to make us better. Because concoctions are a form of witchcraft. Think about that. Sorcery is witchcraft. Now you say, well, I'm not a sorcerer. I'm not into witchcraft. Do you take pharmaceutical products? Do you take things that overpower your body? When you have a problem, do you run to the doctors, quote unquote doctors? There's an interesting book, The Great Physician's RX. Well, that book's a lie, because the great physician is not people in white suits and white robes. Do you know that in 1910 something happened? The petroleum industry came into being. And do you know that most of the pharmaceutical products today are petroleum based? Did you know that? You probably didn't know that. Did you know that the average home in America has 29 pharmaceuticals? Now, I'm including, Advil and aspirin and Tylenol and, these things. I'm including them. But the average home in America, and so if you have those in your home, you're supporting this religion. Now, is there a better way? Well, here's what we're taught. We're taught that after World War II, we have this great longer life because of the medicines and the doctors that we run to. That's a lie. That's an absolute lie. Do you know what happened before World War II? People took a bath usually once a week. Because we didn't have the things we have today, like showers and plumbing and things that we have today. We didn't have them before World War II. So the toxins on people's bodies, if you put something on your body, it goes into your system. So if you don't clean yourself, guess what happens to all the toxins in your body? They go back into your body and become more toxic. So now we take showers, we take baths, we stay clean. That's what's changed the length of life in the human body. Now, look at the food we eat. Well, before World War II, we didn't have the abundance of food that we have today. We didn't have the economic prowess that we have today. We didn't have that. So now we're eating better and we're staying clean. It's not about the pharmaceuticals. It's not about the pharmaceuticals, because sorcery doesn't make you live longer. Think about this. If you're extremely healthy and you're not getting sick, do you need to run to the doctor? No, you don't. But we have a different mindset. We expect to be unhealthy. I mean, even people in our own family, they talk about when they're unhealthy. When they are, well, they're talking about it. And I go into religious buildings where congregations are all talking about, oh, I have this and I have this. It's like a badge of honor to be a sickly person. It's not a badge of honor. A badge of honor is being healthy, vital, and full of life. At my age, I feel like I'm 40. I don't want to be one of those unhealthy ones that talks about their sickness all the time, because whatever your mind is on, that's where you're going to go. Whatever your mind is on, where you're going to go. But you don't understand. We have all these problems. There's a word that you may not have heard of. It's iatrogenic disease. You look it up. Iatrogenic disease. So I want to make you aware of this, that you need to run to the healer. 2,000 years ago, the healer was beaten, and by his stripes you are healed. It says in the book of Isaiah. Isaiah was written many, many years before that. It says in the book of Isaiah that by his stripes we are healed. He is the healer. Medicine is not the healer. The healer is the healer. And who is the healer? His name is, you know him probably as Jesus. His name is his birth name was Yeshua. Yeshua, the healer. So I want to give you a couple things. I want to challenge you just a little bit. If you're running around bragging about your sickness, shut up. Quit it. What is wrong with you? Wake up. Start talking about him and healing, and ask him for your healing. If you ask him, he may just surprise you and give it to you. You don't want to run to the physician when you can run to the healer. So run to the healer. So I'm not going to dump a lot more stuff on you. I just want to wake you up. I've been brainwashed. You've been brainwashed. We're being brainwashed. You turn on the TV set at night, and all the commercials are about this drug and that drug and that drug, and then little tiny words of side effects, because poisons have side effects. And every pharmaceutical product that has to be prescribed by a physician is called a controlled substance. And every one of them, before they are designated as controlled substances, they have to have a kill rate. So iatrogenic disease, look it up, 350, 400,000 people die a year from iatrogenic disease. That's a statistic. Look it up. And if you're in the religion of sorcery, step out of it and start going towards health. I'm going to produce a whole series of videos now to get you healthy if you want to be healthy. But if you want to glory in your infirmities, hey, you're going to keep them. So let's get healthy together. Let's get vibrant together. Let's get youthful together. And let's lead people to the healer together.